need of gold, Walker? Spare this one a moment. Taznazi does not know you. That's good. She knows everyone in the Stitches. Those who aren't in Kazda's pocket, she can count on one paw. This one has a job for someone who'd rather pick it. An unknown face like yours is just what she needs.
Oh, what is the job then?
Kazda, the dung-eater that runs the Stitches, has a hoard of gold beneath Merville Keep. Taznazi plans to make it hers. Ours. If you're interested, we need to move soon. The Stitches gets worse by the day. Kazda may leave, and his coin with him.
Do you want me to take part in your robbery, huh?
To take from Kazda is no crime. His predecessor, Dashing the Salzo, amassed the coin. Kazda only wallows in it, like a pig in its filth. A cruel, stupid pig. Now he lets the Stitches shuffle to ruin. This is his just punishment.
If it helps relieve Kazda of his wealth, guess I'll do it.
We also need Taznazi's old crew, Vol, Sarin, and Nazdar. Vol just did a job for Jubani. He'll be at her junk shop. Sarin's likely at the Goiter's Gulp, and Nazdar caterwauling somewhere. We'll meet in the bowl at the bottom of the scar.
Can you tell me more about the people I'm recruiting,
Who do you want to know about?
Who is Vol?
Best damn mechanist this side of Nibbin Bay. Not a common trait for a wood elf, this one knows, but it is true. Kazda's stronghold uses strange mechanisms to keep uninvited visitors out. Vols are passed through them.
And Serene?
Maybe not the most distinguished mage in Elsweyr, but the best Taznazi is likely to get in the Stitches. She spends more time with her head in a bottle than a book. But once she's dried out, she'll be invaluable for reaching the vaults unnoticed.
And Nazadar.
The old adept was something back in his day. Taznazi heard he could break a boulder with his little claw. He doesn't fight much anymore, but he still has some moves. This one has seen them personally. He flows like water and is as silent as wind.
Let's talk about something else.
Keep it quick. There's a lot to be done before we relieve Kazda of his riches.
Let me know more about this Kazda,
The lowest. Kazda clawed his way to the top of the Stitches with treachery and fear. The Stitches hasn't known law, but under Dashing the Salzo, it knew relative peace, common purpose. Now it falls into anarchy. Kazda won't stop it, he creates it.
And who is Dashing Dazako?
The leader of the Stitches, before Kazda. He's dead and gone. All you need to know is, what was his is now Kazda's, soon to be ours.
And tell me more about the Stitches,
A den of outlaws in the shape of a town. There's not much to tell. What do you want to know?
Did his junks up?
The facade of a legitimate business for Jubani, the fence. Her gang loots and scavenges items all over the scar. She has a Bandari's knack for selling junk for far more than it's worth.
Golter's Gulp?
What passes for a tavern in the Stitches. The Averno twins run a money-lending and pawn operation out of it. Don't let them sweet-talk you into any favors. They may seem harmless, but everything has a price with those two, and everyone pays.
In the bow?
The sewer beneath Merville Keep. We'll be able to gather there without attracting any unwanted attention, and it'll become clear why once you arrive.
And that's enough about the Stitches.
Thoroughness is an uncommon virtue in the Stitches. Go on and ask.
Having a powdered lunch right outside here in this wind. I don't think that's a wise idea.
Yeah. Is she eating worms? Because it looks like one.
It looks like it, yes. In Argonian culture, I'd accept that, but in Khajiit,
Geronimo?
is.
Oh.
Okay.
You are delivered.
True. But why
keep paying when we can just make you do it for free? Now get inside.
Why would Dragon be near the Moon Gate? Do you have any ideas?
This one would love to have the answer to many questions, and the answer
Oh,
to
it's
this
inside
question
of here, I
in
guess.
particular eludes him. This one also does not understand the meaning behind the eclipse.
One of my other friends claims that this dragon tried to absorb power from the moon. This fault, I don't like the sound of that. Surely this isn't possible.
Ah, fear not. That is in the past now. The walker who helped depose Euraxia prevented the dragon from accomplishing
Above or
anything.
below? Okay, then this way.
Knowing why all that occurred is what remains for us to puzzle out.
Uh-oh. One right beside her.
I didn't want to call the guard, but you forced my hand. I don't seem to be making much progress.
On move.
Hey, you're not one of Jew Bonnie's thugs. Can you get me out of here?
Kicking him.
So rude.
Yeah, Dark Brotherhood on this. Oh.
Same.
I come right back this way, right? Nope.
I'm getting out of here. Catch up to me so I can thank you properly.
Get up back way. Gun.
Thanks for your help back there. Jew Bonnie and her thugs are a bunch of hammers that think everything is a nail. Genius isn't.
No, you keep it.
Altruism isn't a thing in the stitches. So what do you want? Need a lock picked? Something repaired?
Tanzani sent me to recruit you for a job.
Tarzansea, huh?
Fantasy,
That's
yes.
funny. Was just thinking about her recently, seeing what's going on around this dump. How it's gotten dumpier than usual. But she's pulling together a job. I swore that Kazda ran her out of town when he took over.
Is there history between those two?
Last time I ran my mouth, Jew Bonnie sent her unexpectedly handsome thugs after me. I'm not spilling any more secrets. But it's nice to know Tosnacy's still around. She really loves this place after all. Even after everything that's happened to her.
So you'll join a crew then, yes?
Well, Jew Bonnie's sure to notice I'm missing. Joining up with a crew seems like a good way to keep my fingers unbroken. So sure, whatever Tosnacy's playing at, I'm in.
Alright, she wants us to gather down in the bowl, yes?
The bowel. Well, that's ironic. I'll head there after I get my tools. And find another pair of small clothes.
Oh, what do you say about Tanzani? Oh,
Bad blood.
damn it. Missed it. What are you saying about Tanzani?
Kazda ran her out of town? Or tried to, I guess. It's not any secret. He may be a rancid pile of cat vomit, but at least it's his town now. He does what he wants.
Why's he got it out for her, huh?
Bad blood. Truth told, Tosnacy would have been charged after dashing to Salzo died, if things hadn't gone down the way they did. It's not my place to say anything more than that.
Why were you teared up in that basement, You like it kinky?
Jew Bonnie runs the biggest salvage operation in the Stitches, and she knows she gets paid more if her salvage is in pure junk. When a crew found stuff that wasn't busted up, I fixed it. For pay.
And so what's happened?
Kazda happened. He took over the Stitches and didn't care if people broke oaths, contracts, or ribs. Jew Bonnie saw a chance to get more labor for free. Just had to flex a little muscle. Don't let my rippling physique fool you. I'm not much in a fight.
I didn't expect the Bosman to be an expert mechanicist, though.
Well, most don't. And to be fair, I wasn't always the brilliant tinkerer I am today. I don't know what caused the change, honestly. I think eating that soul gem had something to do with it.
You ate a soldier.
Well, I didn't just pluck one up and eat it. I was scouting for the Dominion way north. Some ruin called Sarathal. Was running from some guards when I fell into a shaft. And fell. And fell. It was a long fall.
Oh, this one surprised you survived.
Caught a ledge at the last minute. Broke my fall. And my fingers. Real mess. Anyway, I found myself in this strange cavern. Huge. Had dwarven ruins. Biggest I've ever seen inside of it. More stone and metal than I could imagine. Not so much food.
So you decided to eat a soul gem, yes?
Not quite. I finally managed to find a charis. A big bug. Tastes awful, don't recommend it, but I ate like my life depended on it. I mean, it did. I half remember a glowing stone going in my mouth. Swallowed it whole before I even realised.
And that's how you get the knowledge of machines, huh?
More like indigestion, but also this indescribable urge to fiddle with the ruins. Well, I guess I call it curiosity. But anyway, I fixed an elevator like it was second nature and got back home. Then I got discharged on account of my weak hand.
So if you want to learn how to do mechanic stuff there, I guess you just eat soul gems. Really weird bit of knowledge. So this one is going to go eat some soul gems, yes?
Yes. I feel like in this world that would be the solution to everything. Don't know how to do this? Eat a soul gem.
Nara's Reishi is no longer allowed to toss the dice, but she would wager she has many winning numbers in the canyon below.
I think I went
And-
the wrong way.
This way? Wait for the guards to find me.
Oh my goodness.
Look! With an eye patch.
My snoring.
I don't
Very
want.
cute.
I don't want to wake it up. Oh, oh, sorry.
The moons?
Oh, so
My
sorry.
heart can't take it.
My fur! What was in this bucket? Whatever your death wish is, it's granted! Oh, my head. Just tell me what you're doing here before I turn your heart into a tomato.
Ah, Tati wants you to join the crew.
Oh, really? Taznas is still kicking around? A little good news to go around with all this bad. Like a fly in vine. Be careful of the vine, by the way. There's flies in it.
So you'll join up?
I didn't say that. Well, what I mean is that I'd like to, but if Taznasi wants me for my magical skill, I have some bad news. My focus is gone. I mean my other focus. My arcane focus. A bauble to focus magicka. I'm useless without it.
Okay, what is it? Where can we get it, hmm?
I may have pawned it. To Lulius and Scipio never know. I'd give the gold back, but Kazda's really gouging the price of a bottle these days. Even the swill in this flop house. The Avernos are inside. Get my focus back, and I'll owe you.
Tell me exactly what is the focus, yes?
Ugh, well, sometimes my power gets a little out of control. The Mages Guild was supposed to help me master it, but they take a dim view of people breaking curfew and getting drunk on kitchen duty, and throwing up in the soup.
So what does the focus do, hmm?
When I need to cast a spell, I channel my magicka through the focus. It helps me weave everything together. Without it, my spells come out like tangled yarn, and the results are, well, unpredictable.
Can you tell me more about Arvanos?
Lulius and Scipion, They sit in the goiter's cups like they own the place. Well, they do technically own it, but that's not the point. Ever since Kazda took over, the twins have doubled everyone's rent and the amount of water in the drinks.
So how can they get away with that, hmm?
Because Kazda gets a nice kickback from all the money they bring in. And for good or ill, well, actually just ill. Kazda's in charge here, so he has the muscle. So the rest of us sit quietly and pay twice as much to get half as drunk.
Did you suddenly enter a D&D campaign? You didn't know magic users have to use focuses? Well, it's not quite... It doesn't really say that you have to use a focus, or don't have to use a focus, really. But this is an Elfique who are technically very powerful with magic, but don't necessarily have the same body as, like, a humanoid. So, if that means that they might have more trouble trying to focus or channel that magicka, I could buy it. Also, I feel very bad for waking up. This one regrets breaking the Elfique up.
My heart can't take it. I want to take them home.
Eye patch Khajiit.
Da.
Into the tavern we go.
How can I help you?
Right, let's see who we talk to.
New face in the stitches, then? I love new faces. I can front you a little money in exchange for... well, we can talk terms over wine. To what do my brother and I owe the pleasure?
I'm here to get the focus for Serena the pawn, do you? I can't select the option anymore.
Oh, did I break it?
Somebody took... No, you already got it, that's all.
Oh.
Good luck finding a decent place to sit. Brother and I had to have these chairs shipped all the way from Kvatch.
Ah, they're so pompous.
Pour yourself a drink, if that's what you came for, but steer away from the reserve. It corked sometime after we left Nibbin Bay.
Fik should be happy then.
Da. That's all that matters.
The guard right on top there.
Blah, can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's awful.
Ah, here's a focus back.
Good, Kazda's made the stitches unpalatable. Like that swill he's got the tavern pouring. I'm ready to get out, but I wouldn't mind batting Kazda's tail along the way. I'm sure Taznasi feels the same.
That means you're in. We're meeting in the bowels.
I need a moment or two. Look, I'll meet you at the bowel once the world stops spinning.
How do you know Tazni?
Look, you seem halfway decent, so don't stick your muzzle too far in, alright? Taznazi's got her own business, and I know too much about it already. I don't drink just because I like the flavor of the tavern's bilge.
That is not reassuring,
I'm hazy on the details. To be honest, I'm hazy on a lot of things these days. But I know Taznazi can't show her face in the stitches. And it's not just Kazda that'd like to see her dead.
What'd you do?
You've seen the type of people who call the stitches home. Thieves, smugglers, deserters. Nobody keen on laws. Of the few rules we have, she broke the one you don't break. Murder.
Who did she kill?
I've said more than I should have already. It's in the past. Taznasi had her reasons. She always has her reasons. Not that I ever got to hear them. She's not going to stab you in the back if that's what's worrying you. Keep your mind on the job.
And what's your story,
Just a mage looking for something at the bottom of a bottle.
So what are you looking for, hmm?
I don't really know. And if I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever knew.
Покажи кровик. The next one's down here. Posa skажи Tawfiq.
Yee.
Saddest, most adorable story.
Dee.
Alcohol never solves problems. No, but it helps numb some.
I wish we could play as Elfik.
I think everyone does.
True.
And Nezda.
Said Nalitha the avuncular, even in somber times must the wayfarer be offered greetings.
Hello.
Nazdar greets you, wayfarer, though his times are somber indeed. What brings you to this one?
Tasni has a job. She wants to join the code, yes?
Hotaza the corpulent often said, the forgetting of friends is a grievous wrong. Wise words. Tasnasi has not visited him in some time, but this one has not forgotten her, so believe Nazdar when he regretfully declines her invitation.
Could this one ask why?
This one has lost a prized possession, a lute gifted by a dear, departed friend. It has buoyed Nazdar's soul for so long, he sinks without it. Weighed down as such, he cannot be the fleet walker Tasnasi needs him to be.
What if this one gets your loot back, huh?
Truly?
Yes.
This one was practicing his lute in the canyon below, but his playing attracted irascible beasts. He was forced to leave it behind as he scrambled up the cliffs.
So you're practicing down the bottom of the cliff, yes?
The truth, however, noxious is sweeter than the rose blossom, to quote the venerable Bait. Nazdar plays, but not well. The others throw things at him when he practices, so he plays where he can be alone.
And who did you go to who gave you the loot then?
A saint. He once led the Stitches, not to glory perhaps, but away from shame. Even saints do not live forever, nor did he. But as Ballant the Canonical said, the dead recalled in good memories are the true saints of our lives.
So he's supposed to be the muscle of this job, yet he can't fight beasts down in the canyon.
Yeah.
A little concerning.
Unless he's like Popeye and eats a thing of spinach or plays his lute and gets really buff, you know?
Maybe the bad playing is what what gets him straight.
Or that shit.
But far out here, goddamn.
Speedy Khajiit.
Doesn't look all that speedy at that age.
True, true.
Bit like a graveyard there.
Yeah.
Because they're hippies and everyone knows they're far out, man. Organians have a lot of depth to them. Yeah, they do. But I think each one has their own like story or backstory that's just kind of unique to them. If they're like one of the beast races, Khajiit, Wood Elf, Bosmer, and Argonian probably have like the most weirdest or like most off histories compared to most of the other races. Alright, Nazda?
As Zubacha the Hermit said to Intasi after returning from his grand pilgrimage, "Hello."
Hello.
This one is cheered to see you without the blemishes of harm.
This one has your loot.
As often said by Polu the Overstating, this is worthy of celebration. You have done this one a great turn. In the dark days the Stitches find themselves in, it is good to hold a memory of brighter times.
Alright, so you'll join Tadnazi's crew?
Your kindness reminds Nazdar of the love dashing Dasalzo had for the Stitches in life. This one recalls many joys in the company of Tasnazi and the others. He would like to feel them again. Nazdar will go where Tasnazi bids.
Tell me more about this dashing Dasalzo.
Life of decades cannot be reckoned in minutes, so the blind poet has taught us. But Nazdar will do his best. The Stitches was once like it is today, a refuse pit of the spirit, home of vice, self-interest, and the vain depravities of life.
Dasalzo changed all that, hmm?
Dasalzo came to the gangs of the Stitches and showed them a common foe, Euraxia's armies. We harried them, stole from them, bled them dry, and we formed bonds. To quote Aidino the Aphoric, the greatest gift the indolent can receive is purpose.
But now he's gone.
His death did not rip those bonds apart, but without Dasalzo's care in keeping them tight-knit, they are unraveling nonetheless, and Kazda is pulling at the threads. But some, like Nazdar, keep Dasalzo's memory and his hope.
So you're an adept, so how'd you end up here?
Nazdar knows you see more ribs than muscles on him. This is true, but he once was a brother of the Whispering Claw, so dedicated to that life he was, that he took a vow of silence.
So that wasn't meant to last then, hmm?
You have read the works of Vekla the Ephemeral. Nazdar is glad to know a fellow student. Yes, Nazdar was silent for 19 years, but one night in moonlight, he heard through his cell a song. A simple tune, but captivating.
And what is that song?
Some peasant tune hummed by a swineherd going home, but a Jarasti moonsinger said, "Beauty is not in the art, but in what it instills." In that moment, Nazdar knew he must sing, so he broke his vow and left the Adeptorium to make music.
So you're trying to become a bard?
You can make art for others, said Urka of the Bard College, or for yourself. Nazdar knows he is not good enough to make art for others, but dashing Dasalzo always encouraged Nazdar to make art for himself. Nazdar will never forget that.
Oh, that's kind of sweet. I have a character of each race so I can explore the race's uniqueness, except for High Elves. They irritate me. I don't mind High Elves. I don't think I've really played many of them, except for Skyrim.
Stop at once!
Ah, damn it.
Oh no.
Your crimes are known and the law...
Here's your 18 gold.
Your compliance is appreciated.
Oh, wait. Flophouse. What have we found in here? Thoroughly investigating. This is a very empty flophouse. And there's a guard wandering around too. This is an empty flophouse. What the frick? Maybe if we complete this quest, like business will return. Oh wait, here's one. Here's one person.
A singular.
Oh wait, below.
Fred, you gotta
Oh, he's
help
high.
me. I'm dying. I gotta have my medicine, but I can't afford it. Have a heart. I just need a little something to get me through a while longer.
What do you need?
Any gold you can spare. My medicine's expensive and I've got nothing. Please, it's gonna kill me. Whatever you'll give is fine. Just make the hurting stop.
Here you go.
Thank you, friend. Thank you. This will get me through a day. Not enough time to get back on my feet. You sure you can't spare a bit more?
Yep, here you go.
You're a lifesaver. Best friend I've ever had. Besides dashing to Salzo, I don't see him anymore. I don't think.
Yep, he's definitely an addict.
Yeah.
Did you give him gold?
Yeah. Oh, well, I didn't at first, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Yeet.
Too much wound sugar? Well, I don't know if it's that or something else. How is it floating in a cave?
Very carefully.
I doubt that explanation.
That's everyone. Taznazi must speak with you.
Wait, before that, we gotta talk to Serena.
Hey, everybody's here. Could we maybe keep the reunion to a whisper? This cave echoes and my head is killing me.
Oh.
Haven't seen the old crew in a while. Nazdar's looking spry as ever and Serene still. Smells like a distillery.
Mm-hmm.
To see Taznasi, Serene, and Vol once more warms me from ear to tail. The joy of friendship is best known by the heart in a reunion. So the fifth song of the Palatine verses goes.
Taznazi has not seen her old crew in some time. Not since... Never mind. You were not followed, yes? Taznazi is not welcome in the Stitches. Associates of Taznazi, also not welcome.
You and Kazda obviously have history, so what went down between you two? Hmm?
Kazda was lieutenant to Dashing the Salzo. Taznazi as well, until he was found with her knife in his back. No one cared if she was innocent. They wanted someone to blame, and Kazda gave them an answer. After everything, they turned their backs on her.
Ah, this one's going to, this is more than nice for you, in the sounds of it, hmm?
It's not. No, you're right. Taznazi says she hates this place. She should hate this place. But the Stitches is her home, her family. Taznazi won't sit idle while Kazda destroys it. Her reasons aren't important. We should discuss the plan.
Alright, one is all yours.
Today, we hit Kazda, right under his nose. We'll break into the basement of the Mirville Keep through this sewer, so long as Vol can pick the locks.
Ah, locks. Cute. Might as well be fancifully knotted ribbons to me.
Good. At the courtyard, we'll have sentries, but Serene's teleportation spell should let us pass unnoticed.
Were you talking to me?
We enter the palace through a second-floor storage room. Nazdar will scale the wall and drop a rope for us.
As spake Urwa the Observant. I see.
Nazi and the newcomer will handle any trouble that comes our way. Let's get started.
Are you okay?
Teleporting. I should have eaten breakfast today, instead of drinking it.
What's your part of the plan?
Taznazi's route involves us crossing the courtyard. The safest way to cross it without being seen? Don't cross it. So I'm going to teleport us, which is something I can absolutely do.
Yes, I'm very confident.
It's hard to do even when you're not hungover, even if you've had a complete education from the Mages Guild. I mean, I've done it before, a couple of times, and it largely worked out fine. So let's give me the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, why not just teleport us directly into the vault then?
Oh, why didn't I think of that? I'll just wave my tail and have us there in time for tea. I have to see where I'm going. If I was just guessing, Vid... Well, I don't guess anymore, so there.
As dumb as Kazda is, he never did skimp on security. Those locks he has in his dungeons are dwarven make. No one gets through those. Unless you're me, of course.
Your part of the plan?
The Bowel is part of the Keep's old cistern. You can get up to its dungeons from here. The Salzo never used them, and neither does Kazda. Place is a dump. But Kazda's paranoid about his treasure. Had the doors fitted with dwarven locks.
Dwarven locks?
Yep. Some scavenged dwarven artifacts cobbled together to make a lock that most saps couldn't crack. Kazda probably bought them off Jew Bonnie. And Jew Bonnie probably had them built by a particularly handsome and talented bossmer. That's me, by the way.
You shouldn't have any trouble then.
Right. We don't know what may have moved into the dungeons after Kazda stopped paying attention, so I'll be counting on you to watch my back.
Mm-hmm. And you?
To know the road you walk is a joy was recorded as the last words of Ofin Dentro. Our road is now known to us. It will be a joy to walk it.
And what's your part of the plan? Oh.
Years may befall...
Damn it.
We need a way into the tower once we've crossed the courtyard. Nazdar will scale it and gain access.
You're gonna climb it then, yes?
Years may befall the river, yet it still flows. The red cone is clear. You see a frail old cat, but Nazdar is a proud practitioner of the Whispering Claw. You will see.
You know the cat. It is not a cat, it is an Afik. They will kill you if you call them a cat. All set? Yeah. She's pretty sure she can teleport us.
Right.
Pretty
you
sure.
Just don't get.
I want her as a pet. No, not as a pet, as a roommate. Don't say pet.
Just give skooma.
I don't think she drinks shuma. I think she drinks straight alcohol.
Oh. Oh.
She'd be a junkie if she was on skooma.
Nice to see you back at work, Bo.
Good to be working. You're less of a taskmaster than Jew Bonnie.
Why are you shivering?
Now, let's find some more
The
rocks.
mind can overcome any discomfort, sings the lamentation of this. Clearly, they didn't consider how an old Khajiit feels in the cold. Nazdar feels...
Oh boy.
These old barrels smell like wine. Maybe brandy? Might have started as fresh fruit as long as they've been left here. Gone now, whatever it was. Shame. I could use a stiff drink right now.
Oh yeah, this is an alcoholic cat. She smells the barrels of wine and not brandy.
There's the lock. Watch my back, won't you?
Gee.
One down. Let's get going.
As we really should teleport the trash somewhere.
Might need an ebony pick for this one. You know.
Why do we have to kill the spiders?
It's so rude.
A bit stiff, that one. Glad I'll keep machine grease in my hair. Cast has done some redecorating, I see. Not sure I like it. Keep the coast clear, won't you? There. Hopefully that's the last of them. My fingers are getting sore.
Well, I didn't know that could happen.
You flew through the air?
Yeah.
Yep. That's why we got people banned from Cyrodiil once in a while.
Oh.
Not really much anymore, but people used to go into keeps that way.
Gotcha.
Hey, Forever, what's up?
They're through. No lagging behind.
Or could you kill butterflies instead?
Keep up, old-timer. I made it and I can barely walk straight.
Gaze in wonder at the affirm, for their aches
Drunk
are the
cat.
song of long life.
You can do it, Serene. It's just moving yourself and 4 other living people with one of the most complex spells known. It's not like you could, you know, mix up people's arms or legs or anything.
Oh god. Oh, Serene, please don't kill us all.
Serene, it's your turn.
Everyone stand still. You're making me crazy. Just need to concentrate. Focus the power. Imagine the destination. Alright, here we go.
What the?
So far, so good. Now, Vol.
You're sure?
To quote the barkeep, you look sick.
Oh! Oh! Oh no!
That's...
This one prefers his feet.
Thought I lost you.
Oh, poor kitty.
Great. All the throw
Bones,
up.
you're not hurt, are you? All your limbs in place?
This one is fine, this one thinks.
Nazdar's looking pretty good, actually. Now the not good. You and Nazdar didn't quite make it to where I intended, and it will be a while before I can cast something like that again. You'll have to make your own way here.
What happened? How did we end up here?
There is a basic rule of spellcraft. Do not attempt while drunk, or while recently drunk. Never been great with rules. I ended up losing control of the spell while attempting to teleport you and Nazdar. Sorry about that.
How do we regroup?
Taznasi wants you and Nazdar to make your way to the base of the South Tower. That's where we're waiting. She also was very insistent. Avoid killing any of the guards.
And where is this in relation to the South Tower?
Northwest? East-ish? You'll have to come through the courtyard, which means avoiding patrols. Don't get caught. Taznasi is going to be pretty upset if you kill anyone.
And why should this one not kill anyone,
She says it will raise alarms, but I know the truth. It's because Taznazi used to run with them. They were all part of Dashing Dasalso's crew back in the day. She tries to act like she doesn't care about them after they exiled her, but it's a lie.
Alright, Nazdar.
Nazdar advises patience. We can avoid the sentries if we are calm. Heed the tenets of the Whispering Claw, and no one will pay you any more mind than they would a lark's shadow. The words of Nazdar's master, the venerable Peludar.
Are you alright after this failed teleportation?
At his age, Nazdar's aches are like raindrops. Whether they come as a drizzle or a flood, they are too numerous to count. If something is missing, he has not noticed.
Alright. Do not attempt on junk. Or recently
Walk
junk.
softly, Master Hendo taught me. If we get into trouble, be warned. I cannot help. My fists are weapons no longer.
Not that way, not that way. Uh-oh.
Soft as a whisper, quick as a shout. The first finger of the whispering claw teaches.
Middle here, hopefully.
As the second finger of the whispering claw says, shadows consume curiosity, time, and interest. Heed the third finger of the whispering claw. Distance is greater than any weapon.
He's more of a distraction than anything else.
Yeah.
You made it, both of you. Tasnazi is glad.
Sorry about that. When this is all done, I'll buy you a drink.
Moon's mercy, Serene. When we're done here, I will smash every bottle of wine in Elsweyr.
Not if I drink them first.
Master, you're our way into this tower. Ready?
The ascent of the body is nothing compared to that of the soul. Saint Yosito spoke wisely.
Spry for a little, man. You okay, Serene?
Sorry, I thought I was going to vomit again. First, Nazdar, did I miss something?
Boy, be stuck up there. He's got a rope. Should be able to get back down.
Your knees shouldn't make that noise, right?
They should make no noise, Vol.
Taznazi's gotten tense. More tense than usual. Things could have gone smoother so far, sure, but she's not one to get rattled.
What is wrong now?
Nazdar did well to get us inside, but it looks like this strain was more than he could handle. He needs rest. Which means Tasnazi needs to change her plans.
I wonder what is changing now,
Vol is the closest thing we have to a healer. He might be able to get Nazdar moving again, but he needs time, which means he won't be able to pick the locks on Kazda's vaults. Tasnazi wants you and Serene to get the vault keys.
And what about you?
This one has other business in the palace. When she's done with it, she will meet you at the entrance to the vault, on the lower floors.
This one thinks they deserve to know what you'll be doing while this one gets the keys,
Tasnazi has always said she was innocent of the Salzo's death, and she knows in her heart that Kazda was behind it. She must have proof, not to show the stitches, but to quiet her own soul. She needs that more than her share of the gold.
Alright, let's get started then.
Take care getting the keys. The thugs in this palace are Kazda's most loyal, and just as vicious and cruel as he. Expect no mercy, and give none. Serene will help keep things quiet in case fighting breaks out.
And are you going to be alright on your own?
Yes, Tasnazi has gotten used to being on her own ever since the Salzo died. She knows this place like the back of her paw. She'll be fine.
And what about Nazadar and Vol?
Nazdar has to stay behind. He's in no condition to creep through the palace right now. Hopefully Vol can get him back on his feet in time for an expedient departure. As long as they stay back in this old storeroom, they should be fine.
This is a storeroom? It looks like a bedroom. And I thought this one was supposed to stop killing gods,
That was different. Many of the keep's guards were close to the Salzo. They follow Kazda only because they must. The lapdogs in this palace are loyal to Kazda alone.
So that's enough to justify killing them,
The ones who are closest to Kazda do not show loyalty because they are virtuous, but because he allows them to indulge their worst impulses. I am not telling you to punish them, only that they won't be missed by anyone in the Stitches.
Mm-hmm. Yum. Asda?
No rest, wrote the ascetic Vulado, is sweeter than one following great exertion. Nazdar thinks perhaps he did not stretch properly before his climb. He is no longer the spry 80-year-old he once was.
So you're hurt? So what's happened?
Nazdar's knees tried to tell him he was no longer able to prance like a kitten, but he did not heed them. They are angry with him now. They are only sprains. Aches.
Can you move?
Can and should, wrote Rid Tharidata. And knowing the difference between them is the cornerstone of wisdom. With Vol's ministrations, Nazdar will be back to his former self in an hour, perhaps more. Do not worry for him.
Okay, so we got to wait around here for an hour, huh?
I'm no healer, but even I can tell Nazdar's really ground his gears this time. Maybe lost a few bearings while he was at it. The body's not so different from a machine when you think about it. I can patch him up, I'm sure of it.
You certain you can help him?
Yes. I mean, yes. Just need to lubricate the joints, I figure. This won't be a problem.
Oh, God.
It's not like I don't understand Khajiit anatomy.
Well, where did you learn the Khajiit anatomy, hmm?
The Green Pact. Fought some deserters in Reaper's March a few years back. Anyway, now's not the time to talk about food. I have work to do.
Oh, shit. Please don't make him a meal. Will you be safe here?
We'll be fine. If Taznasi says the guards don't come back here, I'll trust her. She knew this place like it was the house she grew up in. Which, I suppose it was. Back when Dashing DeSalzo still ran things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, better I'm paired up with you than the ancient adept or the smarmy wood elf. You look like you can handle a scuffle. I'm only good at knocking myself out with a bottle, but I know a spell or two to muffle the noise of the brawl.
Any ideas where we can find those keys?
They'll be with his lieutenants, I'll bet. They come to the Goiter's Gulp every few nights, get drunk and blather on about how much the boss trusts them and lets them get away with murder. Literally. They're bound to be in the palace. Somewhere.
So you think you can keep things quiet then, hmm?
You know how many bar brawls I have to try to sleep through in the Stitches? Trust me, I know I can cast that one drunk. Now, if there were only a spell to protect from rude awakenings involving buckets.
So we got a little companion.
Yes.
I want you to be my companion throughout the rest of Elsweyr.
I want to keep her.
I want to keep her.
Oh shit.
Then we could kill anyone here, so. Oh, one key up here. Where did you go? You were down there.
I was confused on how you got up there. I thought like you teleported up there or something.
There's one key one. Doing everything too. This is a heist after all, right?
Right? Might as well take what you can.
She could be if you finish the quest. I wish we could. I don't think she is, though. She needs to be, though. just leave these like, okay, this is the kitchen, we're gonna leave the key right here.
To be fair, I kind of do that with my keys.
You just toss them in the kitchen.
Just anywhere.
I do that for my car keys, maybe, but not like my special vault to... Not my special vault to, like, keep things safe.
True, you got me there.
There you are. He's got her. He's got her.
Keep it down. What are you talking about?
Kazda, he and his bodyguard, biggest I've ever seen. They cornered Tasnasi and took her back there. You have to save her.
Find Thomas. Is she up here or no? No, she's in the vault. Okay.
She couldn't just be patient.
You're always naive, Tasha. You and the sons of war. So focused on the future. That you never could see the knife behind you.
Fight! Blow your eyes out.
Because a small little scavenger here is what I wanted to hit.
Completely. Because it's fuck that scavenger in particular.
You have one friend left in this world, it seems. Not for much longer. Cut!
Oh, that's a big bodyguard.
Yeah.
Cow cud.
You'll regret crossing Kazda!
He's getting away. Untie me.
Don't really look that tied up.
After him.
Have a good night, Wishy. Or no, good night, Hamburger. Sorry. Oh yeah, it is 12:12.
Please, Tasnasi, spare me!
Shut up, Kazda. One more word from your lying tongue and Tasnazi will claw it out.
Kill him.
He did it. Everything Tasnazi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame.
Oh, wait.
He did it. Everything Tasnazi suspected him of. He killed the Salzo. He had her take the blame. He was proud of it. Now that I have my claws at his throat, he discovers the meaning of mercy.
Doesn't this mean you can clear your name and return home? Hmm?
He took this one's home from her, the only one she has known, and he couldn't give it back if he wanted to. She has no proof but his word. Even if he confessed and cleared her name, the stitches she would return to is not the one she left behind.
So what are you going to do with them then? Hmm?
One joy is left to Taznazi, to kill Kazda. Then she leaves this all behind her, for good.
Oh. Tazni, this is your home. Don't do it.
The Salzo is dead. Everyone Taznazi has ever known turned their back on her. The stitches are in shambles. Why would this one ever want to return to such a place?
Part of you still cares about it, and the crew sees it. This one sees it. Not too late to fix things.
You are right. Taznazi has tried to forget, tried to move on. Not a night goes by that she doesn't dream of times past. She knows what must be done. Taznazi will make this one face the justice of the stitches. Wait for her at the tavern in town.
Alright, I'll meet you there.
Taznazi will only make this offer once. Confess to the stitches for all you have done, and she will not try out your torture devices for herself.
Taznazi, you win.
Get up. All the stitches will hear the truth from your lips before the day is done.
So, I killed him.
I let him live.
I was like, fuck this guy.
I have one more part to the quest here.
Same.
I didn't do it for him though, I did it for her, so she can return.
Gotcha.
Anzi?
My friend. No, more than that. Family. Kazda's deeds have been made known to the stitches. Taznazi's name is cleared. For now, at least, there is something to drink to. Or, in Serin's case, something else to drink to.
So what happens now?
Now Taznazi is home, and you enjoy her hospitality. Raise a mug, kick up your feet, and count your coin. There is much to be done to fix the damage Kazda did, but that is for Taznazi to worry about. Your work is done, even if hers is just beginning.
Alright.
Strange as it seems, Taznazi is not only forgiven in the stitches, she is looked up to. It will take time for the stitches to be as it was. Maybe it will never get there, but even if she cannot live up to dashing the Salzo's legacy, Taznazi will try.
So this does mean you're taking over?
So much as anyone can be in charge of the stitches. With Kazda in exile, there's hope of going back to how it was, how dashing the Salzo saw it. They have not entirely forgotten him, or Taznazi. She'll do her part. We all will.
What's happened to your crew?
The job is done. Their lives are their own. But Taznazi wants to make life better in the stitches, and she will need help to do so. She could use them, Vol's tinkering, Serin's magic, Nazdar's wisdom, if they will offer it.
You love how they do key points. I do too. Really nice, and really nice to give you a choice, like go bad or go this. We're not really go bad, but like go this way or go that way. One or the other. Where's Serene though? I want to talk to Serene. Oh.
How many of those Avernus brothers are there? It's like a couple more every time I look over. I swear they are multiplying.
She's like in the wall.
How many of those Avernus?
Do not mistake a righted wrong for an undone wrong, I believe is the mantra of Gautfang Master Junri. Nazdar is glad to know Tasnazi's name is restored, but perhaps gladder to know she faced this tragedy. and overcame it.
Well, we didn't get into the vault. Normally I'd call the job a wash, but it seems like Tasnasy owns the vault now, so I guess you could say the job was a success. Funny how things work out.
Yep.